Hello my friends and welcome to today's tarot reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there's a special message for you, so thank you so much for joining me today. So today is the 23rd of September 2022. It is a Friday, the day of Venus, which is currently in Virgo at the moment. She's not really liking it there, so it's really good that we've got a couple of transits that are going to help her out. So we've got Mercury retrograde going back into Virgo now. And Mercury is in its sign of exaltation. It's exalted in Gemini and in Virgo. And this gives us an opportunity to clear out any mental clutter of any old patterns of behaviors, beliefs, all of those things that kind of affected us before. It's going to give us a chance to clear them out. And we've really got to clear them out, because if we don't, then we're not going to have room for all of the new beautiful things that are coming through. And we've also got Sun meeting Mercury retrograde in Libra. So with that meeting of the Sun and Mercury retrograde in this sign of relationships, it's about how can we really clear room effectively in our own personal relationships with ourselves in order to make room for the new relationships that are going to come into our lives, that are going to the new interactions, the new thoughts, the new patterns, the new behaviors, the ways that we interact with others is indicative of the way that we interact with ourselves. So how can we make sure that that's clean, that's pure, that's pristine? How can we continuously work on that? And we can only do that when you get rid of the old, just think of it as a house clearing. Like how can you fit your new wardrobe or your new bits and pieces if you've got a whole load of old toot round that doesn't really serve you? So how do you do that? Anyway, with that being said, let's crack on with the reading. Today I'm reading with the Orion's Animal Tarot, and I will be clarifying with the Two Penny Oracle. So let's see what the cards have in store for us today, the 23rd of September 2022. 23rd of September 2020. Whoa. Okay. Got a bit excited there, didn't I? Page of Pentacles. So we've got the Star reversed, Page of Pentacles upright, the Knight of Cups reversed. We have the Nine of Cups upright. You have to clear out these patterns. You have to clear them out. Put them in the bin. Page of Cups reversed. We've also got the Five of Pentacles. Oh, we've got Temperance reversed. Wow. We've got the Page of Cups reversed. Let's see what's going on. Sometimes when we wish for something so bad, we don't see that the fact that the wish in us getting it, what we want, we do have to dismantle the old in order to make room for the new. And this is exactly what's happening. And it's really uncomfortable. Four of Swords. Yeah, take your time to rest. Take your time to just chill out with it. And look at it, they're sabers. So I love this deck with the swords. Just got a thing for swords. Yeah, they're sabers. But not unleashing them until the time is right. And the Page of Pentacles is holding that sense really lightly. Not rushing with any kind of decisions. Not rushing with any kind of... Not rushing with any kind of... offers. And it's interesting because I heard some advice about not doing anything new until after the 24th. So after the equinox, basically. Sorry, is it equinox or solstice? It's the equinox, isn't it? Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Yeah, it's the equinox, sorry. I think I said the solstice earlier. So yeah, the equinox. So it's about that, I don't know, like, there's a real kind of poverty consciousness here going on here, real lack of hope. And it's it's weird because it's almost like things go really quiet before they're going to go mad. With the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups reversed, it shows to me that an immature sense of approaching this situation is not going to work. It needs to be more stable. And you need to hold it lightly. It needs to be something that can't be like held on to, and it can't be clouded by any emotion. It's something that has to be like really, you know, and there's a sense of balance that needs to come from it as well. Because there seems to me like there's this kind of gripping onto it, you know, holding onto it. We've got this polar bear and it's like on a piece of ice that's like, that's melting. And I think, to be honest with you, what this is telling me is that this needs some more inner work. You need some more inner work to get to the Queen, to the King and the Queen. But the Page of Pentacles is there, so it means that the stability is building. Interesting how a lack of hope does that, you know. But I think that this is encouraging you to, like, you know, and it's interesting how we have the two majors reversed. There's some serious, like, rebalancing that needs to go on here. Let me have a look at what the... Okay, because we saw that one. I'll take that one. Size. Alimentiveness. So drunkenness, gluttony, and appetite. And size. The thing I'm getting with this is that it's as big as... The problem is as big as you want it to be. The issue is as big as you want to make it. If it is big, you know... In the scale of things, is it really as big as you think? Does it really matter as much as you think it does? I don't know. This Page of Pentacles and this Page of Cups and this Knight of Cups are telling me that this is like, it's just a bit immature. And the immaturity is like making you go back to like certain senses of behavior and patterns that make you think that it's scarce, that there's a scarcity mindset, and there isn't at all, because you've got the Nine of Cups there. And what's interesting is that it's almost like you know that you've got the Nine of Cups there, so then there's a tendency to like go into that sense of gluttony and be like, yeah, I still haven't got everything that I need, but I do have this, you know. It's that thing. We have it a lot in the West, you know. It's that sense of us believing that we don't have what we need, but actually we live better than a lot of people out there. You know, if we don't, you know, there's a lot of people that don't have a roof over their heads. They don't have a bed to sleep in. They don't have those things. The attitude isn't really of gratitude. I'm not really feeling like the gratitude, like getting on the gratitude bandwagon and throwing that book at you. But like, I feel it's more about developing like how this lack or how things are not turning out right now is actually gearing you up for a real kind of, it's gearing you up for the stuff that's going to come in, because what is going to come in is going to blow your mind. That's what I sense. And I had this little kid outside just confirming that. So yeah, and also the size of it, it's almost like you've got to manage your size of it. Yeah. So, or manage your, like, not manage your size of it, but like manage, like, you're not going to be prepared for how big this is going to be for you. Because with the Knight of Cups, yeah, it's like they got blasted out the water because they have no idea, you know. And it may be an offer of love. It may be something that you thought somebody was going to come to you and they were going to give to you. Maybe it was an apology or something. Maybe it was something where you felt that, oh, somebody was going to come to you and they were going to, like, you know, it was going to be all right. Maybe it's some friends and they were going to apologize and tell you that it's okay, you know, and that you were all going to be friends again, and then it doesn't happen. And you're really wishing that you would reconcile or something like that. Or maybe it might be a project or something like that. I think it's more to do with people, though, if I'm honest, and love. But, yeah, Or maybe you go to an event and people don't act in the way that you thought that they would. You thought that they might have wanted to reconcile and they didn't, and then that throws you in this kind of like space where you're like, oh my God, what the hell? Like, I've been like doing this work, I've been working on myself, and is it for anything? Okay, no, I'm just gonna go and have like I'm gonna go and have a bottle of wine just to like help myself out. You know, that's kind of what I see by this, particularly with this like 9 of Cups as well, and this alimentiveness, yeah. But I think it's just like, you know, you need to go back and rest. You need to just go back, meditate, rest, chill out, just observe, just like step back, and that will help you to like observe this situation a little bit better. Mercury is still retrograde. There is still a lot going on right now. The planets, and also with this particular retrograde, it's crazy. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's really intense, the energy right now. So things can swing from one way to the other. You know, we can become completely hopeless about a situation, and then all of a sudden, bam, you know, it just happens. And it also will turn out in a way that you just never realized that, you know, it will be beyond your wildest dreams. That's what I feel like with this card. And I don't know, I get that while looking at this really cute little puppy. Your hard work will be rewarded, and you'll get something that isn't a knight or a page. You'll get a king or a queen. So... and I mean that in the situation, or like in terms of your evolution of personality. I'm not just talking about a person. So yeah. Anyway, interesting reading. And it's that keep on keeping on attitude. Do you know what I mean? Keep on, but don't succumb to the dangers of you know, oh no, it's not working out, you know, kind of thing. Anyway, I hope that made some sense. Happy equinox, my darlings, and I hope you have a beautiful day. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe for more for more readings. Also, I think the day before yesterday I didn't something went wrong with the comments, so I'm sorry if I didn't notice your comments then. I think I've seen them now. I think it was a glitch with YouTube or something, but anyway, it should be all right now. But please do comment. Thank you to all of you that do. You're very much like a family to me, so thank you. Anyway, you take care, and I will see you very soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.